It's finally Friday. Let's be free. I'm free, man. Jacoby Collins, let's be free. It's finally Friday. Let's be free. I'm your host, Dr. David Jacoby Collins. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Finally Friday. Well, we're finally on the third part of our three-part series on self-forgiveness. So we talked about it for 2 weeks straight. So what's this third bit of information that we need? Well, let's talk about it. If you truly want to master the skill, the art, the habit of self-forgiveness, we have to, here's the secret, forgive others. Forgiveness is a habit. And as a habit, it needs to be practiced. And it cannot just be practiced on yourself. It has to be practiced everywhere. So many of us hold ourselves back because of unforgiveness. Unforgiveness is one of the largest cancers that destroys people's lives. You see, let's explain why unforgiveness is so bad and why it's so important for us to forgive others, especially if we want to forgive ourselves. See, when we hurt ourselves or when others hurt us, we walk around with scars. We walk around with battle wounds. We walk around with mental, emotional baggage. And that baggage stops us from thriving. It stops us from going higher. And when we come to the realization that, wait a minute, the state of my life, the state of my unhappiness, the state of my discontentment can be attributed to another person, we often turn toward hate. We often turn toward anger. We often implode and never let it go. But what that does is it continues that cycle of hurt, that continues that cycle of never quite achieving who we're supposed to be because we haven't let go of the thing that hurt us. We haven't let go of the hate that came from the person who hurt us. See, let's go deeper into this. Forgiving someone else, one, doesn't mean you're pardoning them for what they did. It doesn't mean you're letting it go. It's in the sense of you're saying they're not guilty of the heinous act, the sin that they committed against you. That's not what it means. Forgiving another person simply means you acknowledge that what they did was wrong. You acknowledge that you were hurt by it, but you also refuse to stay hurt by it. You also refuse to continually hold that thing against them so that your peace can be restored. A person doesn't have to apologize for you to forgive them. A person can die and be dead for years, and you can choose to forgive them today. Because forgiveness, believe it or not, is as selfless as it is. It's a selfish act. I'll say that again. Forgiveness, as selfless as it is a selfish act. Forgiveness helps the forgiver far more than it helps the forgiven. Forgiveness helps the forgiver far more than it helps the forgiven because you are literally freeing yourself from the burden of hurt, harm, danger, pain. You're freeing yourself from what others did to you. But if you walk around with that hate, if you walk around with that resentment, any and everything you do will come through the lens of that pain. And every activity you do will be painful. If we get to the habit of learning to forgive others, I'm going to use this example. Your day at work is going to be great. Some of us go to work and we're so upset because the manager yelled at us that one time. Or because someone did something that just didn't sit right. And instead of addressing it properly, we held that. Now, every time you see that person, you're upset. Now, you can't enjoy your whole work day because you're mad at something that someone did 25 years ago. Now we let that go. We start fresh. They might try that stuff again. Now you're in a better mode where you can explain, hey, I don't appreciate being treated like that. I care for you. I respect you. I want this relationship to work. Can we do that? Having a forgiving heart will also make you more effective at communicating and getting past the things that stop us. So if you want to be happy, if you want to fully forgive yourself, you've got to practice forgiveness, because forgiveness ain't a one-day thing. It's something you do regularly. It's something you do daily. And guess what? It's something you have to do with everyone around you. And I want to end this by repeating that forgiveness is not a pardon. Forgiveness does not mean that the person who hurt you did not hurt you. It doesn't mean that you didn't hurt yourself. It simply means that you acknowledge the hurt, but you're refusing to be bound by it. You're refusing to be bound by it. And because I'm a man of faith, I do read the scripture. It's very important for those of us who want to be fully free inside and out, emotionally, spiritually, to forgive others. To forgive others. Like Jesus taught that. Forgive. We forgive. I was forgiven from my sins, so I can forgive somebody for what they may have done to me. Let's learn to forgive others. Let's grow. Let's be the best that we can be. And as we always say, let's be free. Thank you for joining me in this Finally Friday. I'm going to see you guys next time. I love each of you.